What is up, everyone? It is David here. We are back with another video. I know it's been a while. They came out with a lot of new PvP updates, so we're gonna review that, and we're also gonna review their page as well. So they have 69,000 followers. Let's go ahead and see who follows them. First thing that comes up. Let's take a look. Okay, I see. We got some diversity here. So I just remember seeing that this is a pretty popular bundle and people really liked it. I liked it as well. The design was really well done. So it's pretty cool. Definitely their best bundle to date, as far as at least aesthetically speaking. They added some new facial animations. Did they just add a coughing animation? They just added a coughing animation. Let's look at how they're blinking. Now, I want to know who added this background music. Like, who decided to put background music in a clip like this? Okay, so summer updates. With a picture of, I believe, is that Celestia? I have no idea. Summertime is heating up in a spiral with fun new content to explore. Do you enjoy creating new wizards but wish there were more character customization options? Or would like to see a bit of touch-up done to your existing wizards? How about experiencing the fun of teaming up to take on challenging new creatures? Or perhaps going one-on-one in PvP. Okay. We have new content for all these areas and more in the upcoming summer update, now on test realm. Okay, have a look at the update notes and then log into test realm to check it out. When on test realm, okay, blah, whatever. A new character experience, new character look. Is it just me or does this girl look Asian? She just looks weird. She looks like you know what I'm saying, like a South Asian or some Southeast Asian, like, you know, like the one on the bottom. The first and perhaps most exciting thing you'll notice is that the wizards you know and love look even better now. We've added eye blinks and increased the resolution for more detail. Faces should stay the same overall, but appear sharper in detail and more animated. Okay. Let us know what you think. First impressions are everything. First of all, why do they always put PvP at the bottom? I mentioned this before. It's like when you just need to get like milk and bread or eggs, but you gotta go all the way to the back end of the groceries just so they could get you the impulse buy. Like, nobody really cares about this stuff. I mean, this is definitely an improvement. I'll give them that. Magic Mirror update. Just like how you can customize the visuals of your wizard in the magical mirror, these enhancements now carry over to the general character creation process. Let me make these bigger. We made it easier than ever to get a wizard to look just the way you want. We've even improved the browsing speed when selecting a new character name. You'll instantly be seen as a wizard up to the challenge of exploring the spiral with a bit of flair and style. Okay, who wrote this, first of all? Okay. Speaking of Magic Mirror, you'll note that the prices have been changed from crowns to gold. Feel free to change up your look as often as you like. In addition to the basic character creation steps you have come to expect, there are also some advanced customization options at your command. Presets allow you to scroll through various looks and be able to go back to one you liked if you remember which preset it was. And of course, if you are not a picky choosy type, this is not a word. Is this really a word? Let me Google this. Picky choosy. Yeah, this is not a word. I mean, I know grammatically speaking, you're able to combine two words. however you like. But yeah, that's okay. Anyways, feel free to press that random button and see what interesting combination comes up. Why would anyone randomize their look unless they just completely don't care about how they look? Introducing the Daily Spyro. This looks complicated. Did you miss the last event or offer? Been away for a while and not sure what's happening in the Spyro or what there is to do? Our team is big on ensuring you know what's happening around the Spyro. So many exciting things are happening every day that you don't want to miss. Every day when you first log in, you'll now see the daily Spyro happenings. Included are your current mainline quests, the current daily assignment and daily PvP quests, game news that links to the Ravenwood Academy section of the official website, event updates, crown status, and some item recommendations that may aid you on your journey across the Spyro. Have a peek above, then take a closer look by jumping onto test round. This looks really complicated. I know their goal is to get people to click on a crown shop icon and, you know, get them to more likely to buy things. But yeah, this looks really complicated, and I don't know. This looks complicated is what I'll just say. New BEASTMOON Monster Mayhem event coming soon to test realm. Want all the fun of BEASTMOON Hunt team play, but without the competitive stress of going up against other wizards? They clearly do not understand game theory, so I'm just gonna... this is so stupid. People want competition is all I want to say. So I'll just skip that. New beast forms. Updates to BEASTMOON Hunt and a new BEASTMOON Monster Mayhem wouldn't be complete without a fresh round of beast forms. 3 new beast forms are being added to these events. Select carefully as they are a rowdy bunch. Ooh, with quite a diversity in tactical capabilities. Check out their skill profiles below and see which one interests you the most. Now, unless you're 10 years old, you look at this and you think, what the fuck is going on? Why are they doing this? And to that, I say I don't know. But we're moving on. Improved PvP and PvP chat. Improving PvP chat. Even though PvP is a competitive area of the game by its nature, we still want and expect players to be able to enjoy a match without worrying about being harassed. Wow, sensitive much? This is why we are looking at numerous ways of improving communications between and across players during PvP matches. This also includes adding new ways to mitigate and filter toxic behavior and comments. Again, sensitive much? I mean, almost nobody gets more hate than me, you know what I'm saying? I get so much hate in the arena, but, you know what I'm saying, it's just, that's just how the world is, you know what I'm saying? People fuck with you, and you just gotta, if you can't take it, you have to learn to take it. That's just the real world. Players are now categorized as combatants, spectators, or outsiders with respect to PvP chat privileges. Combatants include any players who are currently engaged in a PvP match. Spectators are players who are inside a PvP zone but not engaged in combat. Outsiders are players who are not located in the zone but attempt to chat with players inside of it. Okay, so I'm guessing combatants, the 2 people in the match, spectators, people watching, outsiders, people who are not watching but trying to private chat you. Combatants may only chat with other combatants on their own team. Neither spectator nor outsiders can communicate with combatants while they're engaged in the match. This is really stupid. This is not it. This is not it. So you may not think this is the case, but one of the huge draws of PvP is the community aspects of it. We want to engage with these spectators, you know what I'm saying? When people are talking trash, we like that. We like to take the heat, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason in every Yu-Gi-Oh episode there's a bunch of spectators who are either cheering Yugi on, saying, Yugi, you can do this, or a bunch of evil people who are just saying, Yugi, you suck, you're gonna die, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good thing. We want that, you know what I'm saying? We crave that, you know, sociability and that community aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Why do people want high ranks? To impress other duelists. You know what I'm saying? We want that community aspects. So why shouldn't they be able to talk to each other? In fact, one of my hobbies is just going to random matches, giving random duelists advice, and just talking shit to random duelists when I know that they're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? When I see that, you know, they're casting Fortify, I say, you know, dude, Fortify is not the way to go. When I see someone heal with, what's it called? Avenging Hands. Actually, what is it called? No, when I see someone heal using Regenerate, you know, that hand spell, I say, dude, it's not the way to go. You're making stupid rookie mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I like talking trash to people. And other people like talking trash to people. It's part of the competitive nature, and it's part of the fun, right? It's part of the fun. So, King Zhao, I know you hired a bunch of social justice warriors, a bunch of libtards, but this is not the way to go. People cannot be that sensitive. You're not doing any good to people. You know what I'm saying? The real world is harsh. The real world is harsh. Spectators must meet certain requirements in order to use chat. Currently, those requirements are level 15 and rank sergeant or above. Once you meet those requirements, chat is enabled. Chat privileges can be temporarily or permanently suspended by customer support, as always. These restrictions have been added in order to address public harassment. As always, if you feel you are being targeted or harassed, please use our in-game reporting tools to alert customer support. I mean, I've been harassed and, you know, quote-unquote targeted many times. A lot of people, I mean, most of it is positive. People are saying good things about me. But, you know, some of it are negative. You know what I'm saying? People are just coming out and talking shit. And never once am I like, oh, I'm being harassed. You know what I'm saying? I like when people talk shit. You know, that motivates me when people say, oh, you know, you're not that good anymore, you know, you don't got it anymore. You know what I'm saying? That stuff motivates me. I like to hear that stuff. PvP Roundtable with Blake PvP. We had the opportunity to speak with a veteran PvP community member, Blake PvP, about some of these upcoming changes. There were loads of questions answered by our team from the community during a recent Q&A live stream with Blake. Now, I've never heard of who this Blake PvP guy is, never heard of him, so, and he is not a top tier duelist. You know what I'm saying? All top tier duelists in Wizard101, we all know each other, and none of us, you know, ever heard of a Blake, so we don't know who this guy is, which is fine. I mean, you don't need to be a top tier duelist in order to have an opinion. You don't need to be a top tier duelist in order to, you know about the game and, you know what's good for the game. But I'm just saying, he's not a top tier duelist. What are you going off of? Are you going off of popularity? Because, you know, that would be, you know, ATS, Lou, Jay, you know what I'm saying? All these people that I don't even like, but I'm saying if you're going with popularities, you have to go with the numbers, you know what I'm saying? There's, you know, numbers don't lie, you know what I'm saying? So what are you going off of? Are you going off of skill? You know what I'm saying? In that case, you know, I wasn't contacted, you know, I'm one of the best, if not the best duelist in the history of the game. You know, if Blake was just a was even a top tier duelist, that'd be fine. But the guy's not even a top tier duelist. So what are you going off of? Are you going off of with just simple favoritism? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, shadow pips and spell rebalance. Okay, so this is the important parts. We have rebuilt the shadow pip system. The shadow pip percentage stat has been replaced with a shadow pip rating. At the start of each turn, players with access to shadow pips will refill their shadow meter. The higher your shadow pip rating, the faster the meter will fill up. When the meter fills completely, you will generate a shadow pip. The meter will empty and the meter will begin filling again on the next round. The shadow pip rating is comparative, and players with a higher rating will generate shadow pips faster than opponents with less shadow pip rating. So this is a really, really amazing update. It's taken out a lot of RNG and replaced it with, you know, solid statistical stats and skills. So really, I'm just gonna clap for King Zhao, because every time, like, no company is gonna do all good things. So, you know, when King Zhao do good things, we need to give acknowledgement and praise and support. You can't just, you know, pick out all the bad things that they do and say, oh, bad, bad, bad. But when they do something good, you turn a blind eye and you're like, okay, huh, what? No. We have to give them we have to give them credit for doing great things. So this is an amazing change. This will have a significantly positive impact on PvP at the highest levels, as in physical levels, not skill levels. At a high level PvP, this will improve it significantly. Yeah, they're saying there might be some, bugs before they get it fixed. Anyways, Shadow Enhanced Spell Rebalance, also very important. With these changes to how Shadow Pips are accumulated, we have reevaluated Shadow Enhanced spells and have rebalanced them to be in line with expected power pip cost with all the other spells in the game. We realize that these changes are reductions in power, and we don't do this lightly, but they are needed to keep the game in balance for years to come. So basically, what I'm understanding from what people are saying is basically they made it so that Shadow Pips are easier to get now, but it's not random luck. It's just the meters are quicker to fill, and because of that, these Shadow spells have been weakened, so you can almost quote-unquote spam them and use them more often. Which, I agree with that concept, and, just the general idea of nerfing Shadow spells is something that I am tremendously in support of. I looked at Twitter, and basically almost everyone is really not liking it. They're like, oh, it's too weak, you nerfed him too much. I would just like to say, keep in mind that anytime new change is enacted, people are going to complain. Most people are going to complain because in life, most people just simply don't like change. That's, a genuine well-studied, well-researched, well-proven psychological phenomenon. So people just don't like change. I really like this, just from an experienced duelist standpoint, this is a really good thing, because the less powerful spells are, the better they are. So, because first of all, at max PvP, people can't heal except if you're life. But for the rest of the schools, people can't heal. So when you can't heal, you get one shot. So you need to make that one shot count. So if people are able to just boom, boom, kill you with 2 hits, then that's really a lot of luck in the match. But if spells are weakened and the match is prolonged, the longer the match is, now, I know there's exceptions. I don't know about tanking forever. That's a little bit toxic, but just in generally speaking, the longer the match is, the more skill there is involved. You know what I'm saying? There's a theory in it's not a theory. There's a proven concept in poker. If you as an amateur play against a pro who's a millionaire poker player, if you guys play, just 1 hand, 3 hand, 5 hands, 7 hand, 10 hands, then yeah, there's a chance you could, beat them the majority of the time, or even, beat them every time. But if you guys play 100 hands or 1,000 hands, then, for every 100 hands you guys play, the professional is going to beat you 70 to 80% of the time. You know what I'm saying? They're going to consistently beat you. When I don't know, I mean, variability is a very simple concept to understand, but, a lot of people didn't learn this in school, so, I am not a teacher, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just going to try to explain it as simple as I can. In variabilities, the more it is, the more variables it is. I don't know how to explain it, but just know the longer the match is, the more it's about skills. Because anyone can, use a few hits, get lucky, crit, boom, win the match. But if your spells are weak, then you actually have to implement strategy. You can't just go all out, because even if you do crit and get really lucky, they still won't die, and then they'll recover, and then they'll outplay you. So the longer the match is, the more strategy there is. Now, matches shouldn't be too long. I've said this so many times, reshuffle needs to be limited. But defenses needs to be raised. Now, nerfing spells is basically the same as raising defense. So either offense needs to be reduced or defense needs to be raised. They decided to reduce offense, which is perfectly fine. But with that, you also need to, limit reshuffles. So that way there's a fine balance. Matches ideally should take about 20 to 40 minutes, right? They shouldn't be 10 minutes. If it's 10 minutes, there were drastic luck. Well, either you got outplayed really badly, or they just got really lucky. You know what I'm saying? So when matches end really quickly, and you guys are about the same level, then some RNG BS happen. You know what I'm saying? So matches ideally should be 20 to 40 minutes. If it's 50 minutes and up, or 1 hour and up, that's a little bit too much, which is why I like to see, you know, reshuffles limited. An experienced duelist like me, I know that one round of reshuffle typically lasts about 20 minutes. So using that, I can gauge how much time a match could take. You know, there you go, some PvP advice in a KI update review. See, I'm always putting that, I'm always dropping a little bit of knowledge out there. So even if you think this video is not about PvP strats, you know, I always drop some out there just because we're talking about the subject. Yeah, so we realize these changes are reductions in power. Okay, yeah, anyways, here are the stats for these changes. Fire from above, 720 to 480 fire damage, and adds 1 plus 25% fire trap. Raging Bull, 700 to 820 fire damage, and minus 30% accuracy debuff to all enemies. Ice Abdominal Weaver, 590 to 710 ice damage, and minus 50% shield. Storm Glowbug Squall, 730 storm damage, and remove 1 blade from all enemies. Rasoka's Wrath, 1165 storm damage, and plus or minus 30% blade or weakness to self. Mystic Colossus, remove 1 ward. And now, is this afterwards? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's afterwards. And 45. Wait, is this before? I'm confused because if it's after, let me see. Oh wow, this is before. Okay. Yeah, because I saw people on Twitter complaining about Mystic being nerfed too much, but if they're removing a ward before, then that's a really strategically beneficial buff there. That I don't think the average duelists are able to pick up. That adds a lot of utility. The reason in first age PvP Myth was the best school was because of their you know, offensive utility, because you could because Minotaur and Orthrus, they, you know, get one shield out and hit the other, so that's why Myth was the best school in first age. Of course, from second age, third age, fourth age, and fifth age, Ice have overtaken that spot by a long mile. But the reason Myth had their day was because of their utility, so that if you were a really good strategic player, you could really maximize Myth's potential. Anyways, Life Hungry Caterpillar, 590 to 710 life damage and 800 absorb shield. Did they get a buff? Because this used to be like 400. Death Call of Cthulhu, 5. Okay, first of all, who did the formatting, bro? Like, you. Okay, I mean, anyways. Call of Cthulhu, 595 death rate to all enemies. Wing Sorrow, 940 to 1120 death damage to target, and minus 30% weakness to all enemies. This is really strong. Okay, yeah, I was just looking at Storm. It is weaker than Storm, but this 30% weakness is a huge utility benefit. So Wing Sorrow is a lot better than Rasoka's Wrath. I would say Wing Sorrow is definitely the best shadow spell now. Well, actually balance. Gaze of Fate, 250 balance damage, plus 250 random school damage, and plus 25% balance damage global. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely say Wing Sorrow is the most powerful shadow spell now. I think these nerfs are pretty fair all across the board. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's unfair. I guess what I would say is Ice is everyone knows Ice is the best school, right? Now, I know they nerfed the damage and they nerfed the shield, but look at this. Ice does 590 to 710. Balance is doing 500 damage. Now, I know they get a 25% bubble, but Ice also gets a 50% shield. So the utility aspect kind of balances out because it's turn for turn. When you look at the strength of a utility, you look at turn utilization. How many turns does it take to neutralize that utility? So a 50% shield, it takes 1 turn to, you know, get it off. 25% bubble, you know, again, it takes 1 turn to get the bubble off. So, you know, that kind of cancels out. I know the bubble takes 2 pips to change, whereas a shield may not take any pips to change. But generally pips is generally negligent when it comes to the strength of a utility. It's generally the turn utilization that's more important. How many turns does it take for them to neutralize that threat? So let's just say the utility cancels out. There's in no way in hell should ice be doing more damage than balance. Balance is supposed to be in the middle. Their damage should be in the middle because that's where their score is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? No fucking way should ice do more damage than balance. Either lower this ice damage or improve this balance damage. So that's what I will say. Everything else looks pretty fair. I don't know why Death is just, you know, out of nowhere the strongest shadow spell, but I mean that's that's cool. Miscellaneous stuff, adventuring. Okay, I don't think we care about this. Yeah, we don't care about this. So anyways, yeah, those are just my thoughts on the PvP changes. I really like them. I know they haven't released their specific boosting. They haven't set in stone what their anti-boosting enforcement system is. I assume it's because it's a little more complicated than just nerfing shadow spells, and they need to work on it some more. I'm very excited to, you know, review that change once it is made. So that's basically it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that. I do post on this video. I just work full time, and you know, I'm going to school for real estate on the weekend, so I literally do not have time. So if I ever find time, I will, or if I really find something worth uploading like this big PvP update, then I will make time to upload. So thanks so much, and have a great day. Until next time, see ya.
Johnny